Hello and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek, keeping you in the fast track with daily EV and green energy news. I'm Mikey G, and it's Thursday, January 14th. Tesla released more information on how it achieved a top safety rating on the Model Y with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's test, including the lowest rollover risk of any SUV. Now, obviously, they achieved some of that thanks to the powertrain and mainly the large battery pack being mounted so low to the ground, which creates a very low center of gravity. But Tesla expanded their efforts, saying, quote, "To accommodate its higher mass and larger cabin space as an SUV, the Model Y's body structure is fortified and strengthened even further than the Model 3 in pursuit of its 5-star safety rating." They went on to say, quote, "To calculate rollover resistance in the NHTSA tests, the Model Y is parked on a suspended platform that rotates in all directions to physically measure the center of gravity and moments of inertia. The NHTSA's assessment determined that the Model Y has a rollover risk of 7.9%, the lowest of any SUV recorded to date by the organization." Things aren't completely rosy for Tesla and the NHTSA. The NHTSA is formally asking Tesla to recall over 100,000 Model S and Model X vehicles over a problem with the media unit called the MCU that can affect many functions inside the vehicle. Owners of older Tesla Model S and X vehicles have been reporting the touchscreen becoming less responsive, the power-up time becoming longer, and the screen freezes and has to be rebooted, or, in some cases, a total failure of the unit. The NHTSA noted that the updates to the Tesla release to mitigate the issue are, quote, "procedurally and substantively insufficient." And the automaker even confirmed that the MCUs will eventually fail, and now the NHTSA has officially asked Tesla to recall 158,000 Model S and X vehicles over this issue. Tesla has 2 weeks to issue a response or accept a forced recall. In Electrek's take, there is obviously a defect, and instead of proactively fixing it, Tesla is waiting for the worst-case scenario to occur. Since the process began about a year ago, it looks bad for Tesla to be fighting it so hard. Tesla has applied with the FCC for the use of a new millimeter-wave radar inside the automaker's electric cars. Tesla uses a front-facing radar sensor hidden inside the front fascia of the vehicle as part of its autopilot and full self-driving sensor suite. Electrek has found a new FCC filing from Tesla in which the automaker applied to get a new vehicle millimeter-wave radar sensor for use on public roads. And we're not entirely certain what it's for exactly as of yet. Tesla applied for it confidentially for the new device, and therefore we won't have more information until the confidentiality agreement is up in July of 2021. As a bit of background, early on its autopilot and self-driving effort, Tesla made a clear decision to bet on computer vision powered by camera and then complemented with radar. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is publicly opposed to LiDAR sensors. Instead, Tesla is using 8 surround cameras around the vehicles, complemented by 12 ultrasonic sensors and a front-facing radar. Now it looks like Tesla is preparing to introduce a new radar into the sensor suite. Lucid Motors and Proterra are the latest electric vehicle companies looking to go public, as there is currently a gold rush in the space. In the EV space, companies like Fisker, Lordstown Motors, and Nikola Motors went public through SPAC deals. SPAC, or Special Purpose Acquisition Companies, are basically blank check shell corporations with the purpose of merging with private companies in order for them to go public without going through all the traditional expensive and complicated IPO process. And now Proterra, an electric bus manufacturer, announced an SPAC deal with ArcLight Clean Transition Corp. The deal includes $415 million in PIPE investments, putting Proterra's valuation at $1.6 billion, with over $800 million in the bank to finance their growth. Now, the next one is not really a done deal yet, but Bloomberg reports that Lucid Motors is in talks with Churchill Capital to go public through an SPAC deal. This deal would value Lucid at $15 billion. Lucid has yet to deliver a vehicle, but they did unveil the production version of their Air sedan, its first car, and recently completed construction in its factory of Arizona. General Motors is teasing the new Cadillac Celestiq, a new electric car presented as a flagship model with a few images and announcements of an interesting smart glass roof. Although the car isn't expected until 2025, GM is comfortable showcasing it as the flagship of the Cadillac brand. This week, Cadillac released a new teaser of the Celestiq and discussed a few features of the electric car. Quote, "Each vehicle offers a curated selection of handcrafted materials, and each Celestiq will be designed to reflect the individuality of its owner. The vehicles will feature all-wheel drive, four-wheel steering, and full glass roof." The automaker said about the glass roof, quote, "Celestiq's roof is expected to be one of the first to feature a 4-quadrant suspended particle device smart glass. With this smart glass, each occupant of the vehicle can set their own level of roof transparency. The individualized experience shared by each occupant will be a signature aspect of the Cadillac Celestiq." Now, more information is to be expected on the release in the coming months that will lead to the full unveiling of the electric car. French automaker Renault announced its plans for the next 5 years, and it includes 7 new electric cars to hit the market. The company writes, quote, "By 2025, Renault will launch 14 core vehicles. 7 will be full electric, 7 will be in the CD segment. All of our new models will have an electric or hybrid version." Now, along with the announcement, Renault unveiled a new electric prototype called the Renault 5. The electric car is based on the classic Renault R5, but it will feature a modern design twist. The automaker didn't release any specs of the vehicle and instead focused on the modernized design. And in Electrek's Green Energy Brief, a scientific study out of East China Normal University in Shanghai has found that solar cells treated with capsaicin, a component of chili peppers that makes them hot, appear to be more efficient at converting solar energy, thus increasing solar panel efficiency. New Science reports, quote, "The capsaicin made the solar cells more efficient, yielding a power conversion of 21.88% versus 19.1% without." The Senate of Poland yesterday unanimously passed the Offshore Wind Act. It will regulate the deployment of offshore wind farms in the Polish Baltic Sea. The act allows for 5.9 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity. It's now cleared the Poland legislative branch, and Polish President Andrzej Duda is expected to sign it into law imminently. Reuters has reported that Siemens Gamesa and Siemens Energy will develop commercial offshore wind turbines that can produce hydrogen via electrolysis. Quote, "It is the renewable industry's most concrete plan yet to capitalize on an expected boom in hydrogen demand." Siemens Energy owns 67% of Siemens Gamesa, the world's largest offshore wind turbine maker. The two companies are investing $146 million worth into the project. And finally, in Electrek's personal mobility coverage, French motorbike company Sodium Cycles took to CES 2021 to show off their latest version of their light electric motorcycle known as the Chewbacca. Instead of using a typical mini-sport bike design, the motorcycle opts for a bicycle-style frame without the pedals. The chromoly steel frame includes a traditional front suspension fork, but bucks a traditional rear swing arm suspension in favor of directly suspending the rider's seat. Sodium Cycles intends to use sodium-ion batteries, developed by French company Tiamat, which has received government backing from the French National Center of Scientific Research. The Chewbacca is planned for an initial release in the European Union in 2021, but intends to eventually hit the US market. The bike will retail for €5,900, which is approximately $7,170. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. We also have an audio version on your favorite podcast player. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.